It's been quite a while since Universe 6 and 7 tournament. Since Trunks decided to say in the future, the Goku Black arc would happen. Because of this, the Tournament of Power would be right on the horizon, as Goku would still go to Zeno and begin to talk about the tournament. However, he had an idea this time of a very special someone to recruit. He asked Whis to take him to King Kai's planet. Whis asked why, and he said, "Trust me." Whis started to take him there. As he went there, it was Nappa. Nappa would look with a halo on his head. "Ah, Goku, my old buddy, what is it?" We need your help for a tournament. And we'll get you God Ki." Nappa smirked and said, "All right, time to show you whippersnackers how we did it back in the day," Nappa would say, laughing. As Goku would take Nappa back to Earth, he would put him in the time chamber, and they would train for a few hours. This would be a few months, as he would teach them how to go Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Meanwhile, Trunks would be training with Gohan and Piccolo to try to get stronger, as they were all trying to get ready for the tournament. As Nappa got ready, he unlocked Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Also, Vegeta unlocked Super Saiyan Evolution. He was quite strong. Everyone was quite strong in this timeline. Trunks was super excited to check things out and to see how things play out. As Trunks looked around excited, he was ready for the tournament to finally begin. And begin it did. As he was brought to the Tournament of Power, their team was Nappa, Trunks, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Cell. All were in the tournament, ready to fight, ready to prove themselves once and for all, ready to push themselves beyond anything they ever pushed. As the tournament began, things were really easy. However, Universe 6 had something up their sleeves. You see, Champa realized what Cell was, a bio-android, and he decided to make his own bio-android. He found one of those time chambers and put a machine in it, and gathered DNA from all his fighters, creating a Cell Max. But this Cell Max actually could talk and stuff. As the tournament began, they all started to fight each other, and everything seemed kind of normal, until eventually Trunks would realize that Jiren was quite strong. As Universe 11 seemed quite interested, Trunks decided he would get involved. So, Trunks would start to charge towards Jiren, seeing him as an interested opponent. But then Dispo would jump in his way. "What are you doing? I am a warrior of justice. No one can get to Jiren unless you're strong enough to fight through me." As Trunks and Dispo started to fight, Dispo actually started to come off pretty strong. However, Trunks started to get stronger and stronger as they fought. Dispo was quite fast, but Trunks was able to keep up with it. As then he started to turn into his blue form, smiling at himself. "You know, I think Jiren can push me more than I ever been pushed before, and that can make me quite strong. Aren't you intrigued, Jiren?" Jiren would get up and say, "If it'll stop your annoying badgering, then I'll fight you." As Jiren walks to Trunks, Trunks and Jiren began the battle. As that was going on, we cut to Frost. Frost was walking around. As Cell was fighting off some opponents, suddenly Frost and Cell Max would walk behind him. As Frost looked at Cell, Cell said, "You ready to get your butt whooped?" But then he saw Cell Max. "Who are you?" Cell Max said, "You inspired us to make our own bio-android. Think of me as you, but better, but stronger. The new and approved version, 2.0. You're nothing but old news." Cell would look at him and turn gold. "Really? You really think I'm old news now?" But suddenly, Cell Max would spark up with electricity as he would do a time skip, hitting Cell, almost causing him to fly off the edge, as he would use his tail to pull him back on the arena at the last second. As Cell Max looked at him, began to smirk. "So, Cell, the man I was admired, the man I was built after. This is you? I'm surprised, honestly. I can't believe how pathetic you are. I thought you were some great and powerful martial artist, but you just rely on raw power. You don't have any real skill." Cell said, "You just simply got me on guard. You're wrong about me." Cell Max said, "I hope I am." As they started to fight, Cell Max had the advantage. As that was going on, we cut to Nappa and Piccolo. Nappa and Piccolo were being pursued by Universe 9. Universe 9 wanted to push them off the edge. Universe 9 wanted to defeat them. Universe 9 heard that Universe 6 and 7 were the strongest, so they wanted to wipe them out, push them off the edge, and try to weaken them as soon as possible. This was their plan. However, Nappa wasn't going to let this happen. Nappa's been training for months, unlocking new forms just to prove how good he was. Just to fight just like in the old days. But these days, he's not slaughtering planets. These days, he's fighting to protect this universe. The one he cares to love. It seemed like Universe 9 was going to be wiped out. It was all up to the Trio of Danger. The Trio of Danger all pressed on Nappa as suddenly Piccolo would jump in. Piccolo and Nappa versus 3. Piccolo would laugh and say it's a little unfair. The trio would laugh and say, "Oh, don't worry. You don't be too embarrassed when you get knocked off. No, it's unfair for you guys. I think it's time I show you a trick." As suddenly Piccolo would turn giant and simply stomp on them, launching them off the edge. True turning big didn't increase his power. However, he decided to make his power increase as he was holding back, to trick everyone to think turning big makes him stronger, to try to intimidate his enemies. It was a good tactic and made people stay away. As in Piccolo and Nappa continued to walk forward, suddenly something would happen. As Gohan was walking, suddenly Kale and Caulifla would look at him. "So, you think you're strong enough to take on me?" As suddenly they would fuse and become Kefla. As in we cut to Trunks. Jiren was about to knock him off the edge. As Trunks began to dodge more and more of his punches, Trunks unlocked Ultra Instinct Sai, and the battle started to heat up. Jiren was starting to enjoy their fight, and so was Trunks. Trunks was able to keep up, however, he was still not way stronger than Jiren. Jiren was still enjoying it, however, and was cocky. Even though Universe 7 had team members stronger than him, Trunks only went after him because he wanted to push himself and become stronger for his team. But suddenly something would happen. As everyone was fighting, they would all suddenly stop, as a huge thud would be heard. The entire arena would shake, as a Majin Buu got up, but he looked like Goku. The Grand Priest would say, he'll be fighting for himself. He's from an alternate timeline someone created. Trunks looked. He didn't understand. How is this possible? Suddenly, he would fly in, blocking Jiren and Trunks' attacks as he began to laugh. "You see, I'm from a timeline where Zamasu would get up and look, as he was shocked. He was with the Supreme Kai since he was in training. Took Goku's body. His plan was to wipe out all mortals in the universe. However, I absorbed him, and our personalities merged into one. I am neither Majin Buu or Goku Black. I am Buu Black." Once I destroyed all mortals there, I got bored. My Majin personality started to take over more, and I started to regret what I've done. A universe truly empty. How could this be perfect? But the Grand Priest from that universe found me. Instead of destroying me, he had an idea. He let me go to this universe and compete in this tournament. Now I will show you my true power, and when I win, I wish for all mortals here to be erased too. Because there's still gods to have fun with. All the gods and everyone else were shocked. To have all mortals die, they can't let this happen. Except for Zamasu. Zamasu was impressed at what happened. True, he was kind of sad he got absorbed, but hey, whatever this thing is, it's not immortal, so he won't be wiped out because he has a god in him. As they all continued to fight, Majin Buu fought Jiren and Trunks and began to manhandle both of them, as he easily knocked Jiren off the edge, as he grabbed Trunks, about to throw him off, but suddenly Trunks unlocked full Ultra Instinct. As Majin Black started to get beat up, he got stronger and stronger and stronger. He had Goku Black's potential, as suddenly he turned Rosé and began to swing his sword, pushing Trunks further back. He said, "You see, I've trained in this body for months on end. And with this Rosé form, thanks to your little Ultra Instinct, I think I can take you on. But I'll make sure I have insurance." Suddenly, as Majin Buu started to laugh, he started to spit out parts of his body all around the ring. Trunks says, "What the hell are you doing? You'll see." As suddenly, parts of Majin Buu started to grab people and drag him towards him, as he absorbed them all one by one. The entire teams of universes were all absorbed. As Majin Buu laughed, he grabbed Trunks, about to drop him off the edge, but then something happened. As Majin Buu started to fall back, Trunks would catch himself and pull himself back up. You see, since Majin Buu absorbed entire teams, they were eliminated. That means they were erased inside of him. Him himself wasn't erased, but this still caused great amount of pain, as he started to scream in agony and pain. This caused Trunks to be able to kick Majin Buu right off the edge, and since he absorbed most of the teams, if not all of them, This caused Trunks to be the winner, as Universe 7 won. It was an anticlimactic victory, but it was still a victory. Trunks was shocked that someone was able to do this, that something from his timeline came back to haunt him. He was a little sad. He thought it was time to end this. It was time for him to go back to his timeline and stop time traveling once and for all. He enjoyed staying here, but he can't stay here any longer. He already screwed things up too much. As he looked out at the Grand Priest, he would wish that all the universes that were wiped out to be brought back, as Trunks saved the multiverse. And that is going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video down in the comments below. And yeah, let me know new series ideas you have, and what new animes or new like movies or shows or games or anything you want me to do what if about. Peace out. Love you all.